And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Talladega Superspeedway. Just off the heels of an exciting restrictor plate race weekend last week at Coca-Cola Speedway, these drivers have not skipped a beat. They have not had a short track or an intermediate track or even a road course separate them from back-to-back restrictor plate race weekends. So in my opinion, with them still in the restrictor plate groove, I have a feeling that this race weekend will be just as good, if not better, than our race weekend was at Coca-Cola Speedway. But anyway, we're getting ready for today's Fred's Super Dollar 250 powered by Coca-Cola as we get ready here for race number 8 of Season 7 of the Oreo Truck Series. And basically, whenever we come here to Talladega Superspeedway, it's survival of the fittest. But, you know, we've seen a lot of times where drivers that are running well in points, they will use this as a track that most would consider a mulligan track, but they use this as a springboard to continue and keep themselves up inside the top 10 in points. We'll have to see if today is going to be one of those times. On the flip side of that coin, drivers use this track as an opportunity to be able to go out there and try and win and move themselves up through the points. And I think that could be safely said of our pole sitter today, James McLeod, because McLeod is currently in the standings, 30th in the points. This has been probably by far one of the worst starts to the season that McLeod has ever had in the Truck Series, as he's been a multiple-time winner in this series, and he's also been a chaser, I believe, 2 straight seasons. So James McLeod really looking to bounce back here today at Talladega. He'll start off alongside of Levi McIntyre. Now McIntyre, after his win a couple weeks ago at Thornton, had a good run as well last week at Coca-Cola Speedway, which has made him be 4th in the current rookie standings and 10th in the overall points. This guy has come from out of nowhere in the past few weeks, and he's got himself a good starting spot for today's event as well. Lining up in row 2 is going to be William Duncan. Now, Duncan really started off the season well, but things have really tapered off in the last couple of weeks. He's down to 22nd in points now, looking to bounce back. And alongside of him, a former champ in Jake Rogers. Now, for Jake, he's actually on the upbound. He actually had a good run a couple weeks ago at Thornton. He had a slightly good finish last week at Coca-Cola, and he's been able to move himself up now to 19th in the point standing. So keep your eyes out for him. He could be a contender up inside the top 10 in points, especially maybe even after today. I mean, if he leaves with a good enough run, we saw in the Snickers Cup Series race at Coca-Cola last week where a lot of drivers up in the points had problems, and it really shuffled up the field from about 5th place on back to 15th. So could be something Jake Rogers could take advantage of here today. The points coming into today's race are as follows. Jacob Lawler, who has just been on a tear, finished with another great top 10 run last week at Coca-Cola. He is a total of 35 points right now, ahead of second in points, Deanna Shelton. Kyle Corbett is 3rd in the points, and then it's going to be Cody Lamas and Zach Campbell that are the top 5. The rest of the top 10 are Kyle Thomas, Gene Sanford, Tanner Sullivan, Alex DeMarco, and Levi McIntyre. We have 5 rookies inside the top 11 in the point standings coming into today's race, and probably the best battle on track we'll be keeping an eye on, because unless Jacob Lawler runs into trouble, there will not be a battle for the points lead. The best battle could actually be from 2nd back to probably about 7th place, because Deanna Shelton, Kyle Corbett, Cody Lamas, Zach Campbell, Kyle Thomas, and Gene Sanford are all separated by only 15 points in the standings. We also have a 3-way tie for 8th place between Tanner Sullivan, Alex DeMarco, and Levi McIntyre. We'll see who wins out in that battle here today as well. But it's time to get these cars, or these trucks I should say, rolling off. They're going to complete a couple of pace laps, so while they do that, we will be putting them under the green flag. 38 laps of Truck Series racing at Talladega await us. I'm looking forward to it. Hope you are too, as here we go, getting ready to turn them loose. Here is your 42 truck starting lineup for today's Fred's Super Dollar 250, powered by Coca-Cola. coming here to Talladega Superspeedway. This is the Talladega where they can go 4 wide and actually make it work. Now, I don't exactly advise that they go 4 wide this entire race, but it'll be nice to see if any of these 4 wide situations break out. Another thing we got to keep an eye on, though, too, whenever we come to restrictor plate track, there's always the dreaded big one, and we'll see if something like that is going to break out here today as well. So James McLeod trying to get himself back into the winner's circle, and it would be for the first time here in Season 7. Will he be able to do it? We're about to find out. Pace truck peels off onto pit road, does not blow up, which is a good thing here for the NNSCRA officials. And here we go. James McLeod, Levi McIntyre, William Duncan, Jake Rogers, Austin LaPlante, Eric Burton, Kyle Thomas, Trent Dunham, then Chris Washer and Jackie Tang. That is the top 10 as they put them under the green flag here today at Talladega. And that start-finish line, you saw them cross. That's going to be a big deciding factor in today's race, no doubt about it. It usually is. The fact that the start-finish line is down between the middle of the tri-oval and turn 1 rather than right in the middle of the tri-oval like it is at Daytona International Speedway. Jake Rogers pulls in right behind the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet number 30 Silverado of James McLeod. That's another thing that's going to be a key factor here today is where you find your friends. Drafting partners are definitely going to come into play, and you're going to need to make friends here, especially if it comes down between you and them on the final lap. William Duncan now utilizing the inside line with Austin LaPlante, Kyle Thomas to move his way to the front. Jacob Lawler back there, the points leader. I saw him up there in the middle groove. Looks like he actually may have moved up to the high groove. He could be trying to fall to the back of the pack for the moment. He wants to keep and preserve his points lead, a 35-point advantage over Deanna Shelton coming into this race. And McLeod's doing a good job of blocking, too. A lot of times we'll see a driver actually be out front for about a lap or two, and then automatically he gets shuffled back. McLeod did a good job holding everybody off there for that lap, but now here comes Kyle Thomas to the inside, and it looks like he's got a few friends. Well, I was going to say he had Zachary Robinson, but now Jerome Massetti and Gene Sanford are working together. They're going to stick the 33 in the middle. So Kyle Thomas will go to the front. Kyle Thomas was actually, it's been a very interesting story for this guy. Kyle Thomas, in the last 2 restrictor plate track races we've had, Daytona and Coca-Cola, he has finished second. He finished second to Tanner Sullivan at the Daytona race, and then he finished second to Jake Cole in last week's race at Coca-Cola. What would it be for Kyle Thomas if he were to come to his 3rd restrictor plate track of the season, ended up finishing in the runner-up position once again? Here comes Alex DeMarco. This is a driver. He's coming up right there behind the 27 of Gene Sanford, and here comes Trent Dunham 3 wide for the lead. But Alex DeMarco has really surprised me. As a matter of fact, the car that he drove last season, he's going underneath, and they're 4 wide here. They are 4 wide, several rows deep. Kyle Thomas, gutsy move there to move down to the inside. Whoa, Tanner Sullivan made contact with somebody, and he comes back up into Canepa. Contact with Matthew Dowd, comes up to Canepa. They're 5 wide. 5 wide here at Talladega. This cannot end well. Eric Burton, Austin LaPlante, Dylan Young, can they keep it together? Oh my goodness, they're trying. Oh, they're still 5 wide, and oh, there they go, Tashimi's around, Burton is around. And the caution flags come out, the big one has struck on lap 4. Oh my goodness, Andreas Allen is involved. There's Jerome Massetti, Duncan, I think I see Jake Rogers back there. LaPlante's facing the wrong way, there's Tashimi. Zach Campbell has been involved, 5th in the point standings. More cars smoking, Jamie DeFelu, Bob Jones. There's the Joshua Michaels machine, the 43. James Silverfox is back there, the Arrowhead Chevy. I don't know if he was involved. Look at the hood of the 91. Holy cow, he took a crunch. The front of that car completely pushed in. There's Eric Burton. Jackie Tang was involved. I think there's several. It's the points leader. I was going to say, I'll bet there are others we don't even know about. The points leader, Jacob Lawler, has been caught up in this. He got away with it last week at Coca-Cola, but not today. Talladega has hit hard for the points leader. LaPlante's there on pit road. We knew he was involved. There's Bob Jones. Second in points is involved Deanna Shelton. So that's 1st, 2nd, and 5th in points already that I know of involved in this incident. Oh my goodness, the big one has taken names. Oh, 10th in points. Levi McIntyre is involved. Damage on the Jimmy Bly machine. Who else is involved? There's third in points, Kyle Corbett. Now, is there any damage on the 17? Looks like he may have actually gotten through it. No, he's got rear end damage on his machine. Zachary Robinson's got damage. James McLeod appears to have damage. Good heavens. And who's the leader, for heaven's sakes? It's Dylan Poteet. Poteet is now the leader. Second place is Matthew Daly. Then it's Jackson, Kyle Thomas, and I believe the top 5 is completed by the Daytona winner, Tanner Sullivan. And they're going to come down and make pit stops here on lap 5, coming to lap 6. Wow, it did not take long for the big one to strike. They were 5 wide, and you had to know somehow, someway, something was going to break out. And unfortunately, it happened sooner than later. As Poteet pulls into his pit stall, let's see what the strategy is going to be here. No tires. They're going with fuel only. So let's see if Poteet's going to come off pit road first. Oh, contact between himself and Kyle Thomas as Thomas was leaving his pit stall. I don't know if that's going to help Charles Jackson out. Yes, it is. Charles Jackson's first off pit road, it looks like. He was able to utilize Dylan Poteet having problems on pit road to get out first. But where's Matthew Daly, though, the 23? Did Daly get out ahead of him? Yes, he did. So Matthew Daly was actually first off pit road. Jackson second. Poteet third, then Thomas, and then Tanner Sullivan. So Poteet lost 2 spots on pit road there after that contact with the 16 of Kyle Thomas. Caution flag is out for the first time here today. The big one has seemed to strike early here at Talladega. Let's jump back, take a look at a replay. Well, it was fairly obvious that when they were 5 wide, there was no possible way they were going to keep this together. Let's actually jump to the helicopter view. Yeah, we actually, I'm going to rewind it here. I messed up there. We really should see what happens here from the helicopter view. It's the best angle. And it looks like right there, Dylan Young comes up into Canepa, who comes up into Burton. Burton then clips Jerome Massetti and sends Austin Plant up into James McLeod. Zachary Robinson's held up there. There goes McIntyre and Andreas Allen up the track. Tashimi gets spun. Burton gets spun off of Washer's nose. Up ahead there, you see Jacob Lawler. He's going to get hooked by Jackie Tang. Head on into the wall, he goes further up. Deanna Shelton gets spun. Langford gets spun. Silver Fox gets spun. There's DeFelu back here with Jerome Massetti. Danny Wells is going to get through. Oh, there's the hit for Jake Rogers. Head on into the Zach Campbell machine. William Duncan's caught in here, nowhere to go. Oh, Campbell's car actually flipped over onto its roof. Did a little bit of a barrel roll there. That's about 12 cars right there. There's Silver Fox. Okay, oh, wait a minute. Oh, here's what happens farther up with Bob Jones and company. Let's see here. Jimmy Bly. Okay, let's go to the 3 of Jimmy Bly. That may actually give us an answer to how this one started. I think we can go to our TV1 camera here. Okay, all these guys went down to the apron to avoid. There you see on the left side of your screen, Lawler going to go up into Jackie Tang, and he's going to hit the wall hard. Shelton, Silver Fox, Harrison, Langford all spin. Shelton actually spins up into the 09. Oh my goodness, Bob Jones just plastered the 70. 70 hit the wall hard. Corbett actually spun around there, third in points. There's Michaels almost coming into our camera deck here. And then Deanna Shelton's going to hit Jimmy Bly. And that's where she gets her front end damage. But look at this. 17 looped it around and kept it going. Nice save by Kyle Corbett. Especially with the fact that the top 2 he's trying to chase down in points got extensive damage from this. There's one of them, Deanna Shelton. And the other one is the current points leader, Jacob Lawler. Oh, wait a minute. Does Deanna actually run to the back of Bob Jones again? Nope. Okay, she's able to get away. But, oh my goodness. Here is your points leader, Jacob Lawler, and that black smoke pouring out of the engine of that Home Depot Toyota Tundra pretty much spells the beginning of the end. It's been quite a while since Jacob Lawler's actually DNF'd from an event here this season, and looks like today is going to be one of those times as Talladega hits home hard here in the point standings to start off today's race. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here on lap 9 of 38 with a much smaller field than we had before. Austin LaPlante lines up the inside line. He is a lap down right now. However, he's running in the 29th position, so that'll give you an idea of how many drivers are out of the race. Matthew Daly is the current leader after he was first off pit road. Charles Jackson second, Dylan Poteet third. That's Kyle Thomas and Tanner Sullivan, the top 5. Top 10 are Gene Sanford, Zach Rogers, Jake Cole, last week's winner, Dylan Young, and Isaac Canepa, who amazingly enough was able to get out of that 5-wide situation without a scratch. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, let's update you on the drivers that have gone behind the wall as a result of the big wreck that took place back on lap number 4. And they are the following. Levi McIntyre, 10th in points. Deanna Shelton, 31st today. She was 2nd in points. William Duncan's out of the race, as well as Andreas Allen, Bob Jones, who was 12th in points, Jake Rogers, Jerome Massetti, Eric Burton, Jamie DeFalu, Jacob Lawler, the points leader, Jackie Tang, Joshua Michaels, and Harrison Langford have all gone back behind the wall. And Dylan Poteet's crew did a good job giving good pit stop, but Poteet had contact with Kyle Thomas coming off pit road. He's trying to regain those 2 spots back that he lost on pit road, as he's going to go around his good buddy Charles Jackson for the lead. But those two don't really have any drafting partners right now. There's a little gap there. And look at Jake Cole. I thought he might go 4 wide with Zach Rogers, but thinks better of it and tucks back in line. That was a little too close, as Charles Jackson actually has a drafting partner now, Zach Rogers. Dylan Poteet still trying to recruit one, and it helped Charles Jackson lead that lap at the line. Now here comes some friends for Dylan Pote down the inside line. Luis Hernandez, Trent Dunham, and Alex DeMarco are going to come up here and help the 31, probably propel him by Charles Jackson. Wait a minute, though. Hernandez peaks low, and he's going to go for the lead. Somebody back there has fallen off the pace. Whoa! Little side swipe there of the 31 and the 88. That was a little too close for comfort, as Poteet now tries to tuck himself in front of Isaac Canepa. Will succeed in doing so, but they went 4 wide into that corner. And between those 2 middle drivers, it was a very close 4 wide. As here's Trent Dunham, the defending champion, leading the way. And he will lead that lap. And here comes Dylan Young. Here comes Sean Galligan, Chris Dollerton. Couple drivers we haven't talked about yet today. Sean Galligan, a former Mobile Cup Series champ. Chris Dollerton, a former Truck Series champion. And Dylan Poteet, the 2 years he's driven that 84 car, the 84 truck, I should say, he has made the chase. Oh, but Galligan's not giving him much room. Oh, what are you doing, Galligan? He just turned Dylan Young up into Trent Dunham. What was that? And Trent has spun it, and oh, he's going to get a hit there from Jake Cole. Let's hope Trent can get away. Oh, that was Zach Campbell. Wow, that could have been a lot worse for Trent, but I'm not really sure what Galligan was doing. He just crowded I'm not even sure who it was. He crowded somebody up into Trent Dunham. Well, I guess it was Dylan Young. So the caution's going to come out. It looks like it might have been just a solo truck spin, which is unheard of here at Talladega, really. And Gene Sanford has emerged as the leader. 2nd place now is Kyle Thomas, with Chris Dollerton, Sean Galligan, and I believe Danny Wells has moved himself up to the 5th position. So let's jump back, take a look at a replay of what happened, put us under the caution for the 2nd time today here at Talladega. Now here's what I don't understand. It really didn't look like Chris Dollerton was making any kind of move on Sean Galligan. He seemed pretty committed to the back bumper of that Miller Lite Dodge. So my question is, why did Galligan come up? He couldn't have thought he was clear on Dylan Young. I just don't see how he could have assumed that. He's going to come up the racetrack there. You see Dollerton. Dollerton moved up. He was going to help the 2. And then Dylan Young gets squeezed up into Trent Dunham, and Dunham's car going to go around for a spin. That is a tough break for Trent, who was up there in the lead. And I think Trent Dunham may actually get away with very little damage. I don't think anybody hit him with the exception of Jake Cole. Let's see here. Oh, Charles Jackson got a piece of him. So did Alex DeMarco. It's not the first time I've seen the 42 and the 1. 2 teammates actually get together. They got together at Thornton, too. Look at the gutsy move of Tashimi and Jimmy Bly going down there on the inside line. And then here comes the hit from Jake Cole into the right side of Trent's machine. That's last week's winner, Jake Cole, by the way, who was trying to go for 2 in a row. I don't know how bad the cosmetic damage is on the right front, but Trent Dunham spins. Let's jump back to green. We'll go back to green flag racing on lap 16 of 38. Now, there's something that's happened here. Now, Gene Sanford lost the lead coming off of pit road to Kyle Thomas. There you see the 16 back there. Something is wrong. He just peeled off of turn number 2 to the inside line, and he appears to be slowing down. I don't know what is wrong with the 16. It could be out of fuel. It could be an engine problem, but something is not right with that 3M Ford. And that's a tough break for Kyle. Came in 6th in the point stands and had been up front all day. I'm almost wondering, did he make contact with somebody on pit road and it's knocked something out? I don't really know. The car is coasting. He is losing miles per hour as we speak. he may not be able to make it back to pit road. Something is wrong on the 16 machine, and that is a tough, tough break as the pace car peels off. Sean Galligan now inherits the lead. That's going to be Gene Sanford, Chris Dollerton, and then Danny Wells and Kyle Matthews now completes the top 5. But what a tough, tough break there for Kyle Thomas and that 16 team. Doesn't look like anybody retired from the race. Haruhi Tashimi had an extended pit stop, and Trent Dunham, of course, has started at the rear of the field. Austin Plant still a lap down, battling here now with the new leader, Sean Galligan. They're going to try and get around the 48. Actually, Chris Dollerton, though, is working with the 48. Maybe to use him as a pick to get around Sean Galligan. Doesn't look like it's going to work, though. Galligan will go around LaPlante, it looks like, out of turn 2 for the lead. Or, well, actually, it's not for the lead, but he'll clear the lap traffic nonetheless. Dollerton now going to split LaPlante in the middle 3 wide. As here comes Galligan, he's going to come back down, hook up with his drafting partner, Chris Dollerton. Right now, he's got Richard Childress on his high side, though, and oh, Galligan's on the pit lane. Look out! Oh, my Lord! Dylan Young just flipped over, hitting the Kyle Thomas machine. Oh, my goodness! Oh, my goodness! McLeod is flipping as well. Charles Jackson, Jake Cole, Jimmy Bly, Matthew Daly, Alex DeMarco. I've never seen that in my life. Zach Campbell's up here. Corbett, third in points, was in it. Silver Fox, Dunham. Who's that? Is that Leia Walker? Yeah, it is. Matthew Daly, Dylan Young. There's McLeod. I've never seen that in my life. Kyle Thomas, we know he had problems and was having trouble getting back to pit road, but his car was literally stopped on the track. Why didn't NASCAR throw a caution for that? Or at least warn the drivers? I mean, I wasn't even notified about it until I saw Dylan Young go flying. Oh my goodness, that literally made my heart stop. Oh my goodness. Gene Sanford, Danny Wells, they're the top 2 right now for RCR. Then Dylan Pote, Chris Dollerton, and Isaac Canepa, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's last week's winner, Jake Cole, third in points, Kyle Corbett, Jimmy Bly, Silver Fox, DeMarco, Dunham, Walker, Daly, Dylan Young, Charles Jackson, Jace McLeod, all involved in this one, and they're going to make some more pit stops here. A couple drivers staying out. One of them is Tanner Sullivan. We'll follow the pit stops here, then we'll jump back and look at a replay, but oh my goodness. I'm still in complete shock with that. And not so much in shock that an incident like that occurred, but the fact that NASCAR allowed an incident like that to occur. That is completely unresponsible on the part of NASCAR to not notify the drivers that there was a car stuck on the racetrack there. Or at least to let Kyle Thomas know to pull down into the grass area. There's a lot of questions NASCAR is going to have to answer for here. Gene Sanford, 2-tire pit stop. She's down and away. Looks like she will probably be the first off of pit road. I don't know if her teammate beat her out or not. Doesn't look like it. Tanner Sullivan did stay out, however, so he'll be the leader coming back to green flag racing. I should think. So the caution's out. Let's jump back, look at a replay of what happened. Scary, scary wreck there in turn 3. Dylan Young had been running up inside the top 10. He was in 9th place at the moment. And watch up ahead. It's going to be up on the top left of your screen. You see Galligan dart down to the inside line. I thought he might have been out of fuel, but he and Kyle Matthews apparently saw the disabled 16 up ahead. They're going to split him, and then Dylan Young's not able to. Look at this. Look at the hits. Oh my goodness. Up into Silver Fox. There's McLeod. Cody Lamas. How did Cody get through? How? There's no way he should have. Look at Zach Rogers. Rim riding the high side, literally scraping the wall, but he'll get by. But DeMarco, Silver Fox. Look at Leia Walker. Oh my goodness, she got clobbered, I think, by Trent Dunham. Can we get to the 99? Well, I guess I'm going to have to get it to the long way. Thank you, game. She, I think, just got completely nailed by Trent. Oh my goodness, look at this. Watch this hit. Hit 1 from Jake Cole. Hit 2 from Trent Dunham. While up on only the left front wheel at the moment. Oh my goodness. Look at this. There's no hood. No hood, no front end on that Aflac Ford F-Series. Dylan Young continues to barrel roll. Charles Jackson going to hit the upside-down James McLeod machine. It's been a rough couple of weeks for McLeod. He gets involved in this hard wreck. He fell off the turn of death a couple weeks ago at Thornton. There's Jake Cole, who won last week. Kyle Corbett was trying to take advantage of Deanna Shelton and Jacob Lawler retiring today. Doesn't look like that's going to be able to happen. DeMarco comes in 9th in points. Matthew Dally 11th in points. A lot of drivers running really well in the standings. Did not need something like this to happen to them here today. And the caution flag is waving. The second big one, I guess we could say. But this one could hardly be classified as a racing incident. This was just pure stupidity on NASCAR's part. But the caution flag's out. Let's get an onboard. We're going to go on board with Cody Lamas because he's 4th in the point standings. Right now, he's poised in the best position to gain the most in the standings right at the moment. Let's see how we got through this incident. Riding on board with the 39 U.S. Army Chevy. Watch him get through this wreck. Oh, wait a minute. He did get some damage. You can see there's a buckle on the left front. So Cody Lamas did not get away without a few battle scars, so we're going to have to see if that's going to play into whether or not he'll be up to speed on this restart, which we will now be heading to right now. Going back to green flag racing on lap 21 of 38. That should give us a total of 18 to go. And right now, you can see it is a teensy tiny little field after the two incidents that we have had take place here today. Austin LaPlante has actually scored on the tail end of the lead lap because he stayed out and Tanner Sullivan was behind him at the time. But Tanner is going to be the leader. He did not come to pit road. These drivers, however, did. Second place, Gene Sanford, Dylan Poteet 3rd. 4th, Isaac Canepa, Zachary Robinson 5th. 6th is Chris Dollerton, Danny Wells 7th, Chris Washer 8th, 9th, Kyle Matthews, and Sean Galligan is in 10th. Bruce Littlejohn is in 11th. There you see there was damage on the 39 machine. They had to rip the hood off of the Cody Lamas car. He's in 12th. 13th, Zach Rogers. 14th place could be Zach Campbell. How he's been able to survive this all this time, I'm not really sure. And 15th is Luis Hernandez. Austin LaPlante is in 16th, and Jimmy Bly is in 17th. Jimmy Bly is a lap down. Austin LaPlante is on the tail end of the lead lap. Drivers out after that incident, and there's a whole slew of them. Haruhi Tashimi, Charles Jackson, Dylan Young, Leah Walker, James Silverfox, James McLeod, Matthew Dally, Alex DeMarco, Kyle Corbett, Jake Cole, and Trent Dunham, as well as the 16 of Kyle Thomas, who were still trying to get word of why he was even stalled on the racetrack. It just doesn't seem to make sense, but I think he, as well as NASCAR, are going to have a lot of explaining to do after today's event, because we could have ended up having about maybe 25, maybe even 30 cars finish this race. And just like that, an incident in Turn 3 that we just saw takes out just about, I'd say, a good 10 to 15 cars. Now, Tanner Sullivan may be relying on this thing to go clean and green all the way to the end now. Although, you see Canepa jump to the high side. Tanner may be coming to pit road. I think he is. Yes, he is. He's coming to pit road. He gave the hand signal that allowed Canepa to know he was free and clear to go to the high side to avoid making contact with the 18 as he slowed down to make his pit stop. So, Tanner Sullivan rolling the dice here. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to pan out into his, into his benefit. But right now, Isaac Canepa leads the way. Canepa, a rookie this season. He's currently 42nd in the point standings, too. Yes, he did come in mid-season to replace the non-commenting Austin Ogo, but still, it's been a really bumpy road here for the first few starts of his Oreo Truck Series career. He'd love to be able to wash those away with a win here today. And I'll tell you one driver that I'm kind of considering a dark horse in this, and that's that car right there, Prunes Littlejohn. We have not talked about the 20 machine all day long, but we know that Joe Gibbs Racing has been on quite a bit of a momentum roll. They took the Daytona win with Tanner Sullivan. They went back-to-back with Jacob Lawler, and Bob Jones has been running well for them as well, even though right now Jacob Lawler, Bob Jones are out of the race, and Tanner Sullivan, I believe, maybe off the lead lap after his pit stop. But Prudence Littlejohn, yeah, there's Tanner right there. But Prudence Littlejohn is running really well, and a lot of people consider her more of a road course racer, but don't forget, her first Truck Series win came at Phoenix in only her second start, and that was back last season in Season 6. She could surprise everybody here and pick up a restrictor plate win. Don't count her out by any stretch of the imagination. There's a couple other drivers back here we really shouldn't count out, too. Don't count out this guy, Kyle Matthews, in the 62. Matthews comes into this race currently sitting 27th in points. So he's got a lot to gain here today if he can pick up a good win. And as I recall, Kyle Matthews did well at the Daytona race. So Kyle could be one guy to consider here in the final stages as well, as he's working here with the 27. Gene Sanford now goes 3 wide. LaPlante had to make a pit stop. How about this guy, too? Another rookie having a good run. Luis Hernandez. And actually, Hernandez started off at the tail end of this line when we went back to green. He's been able to work his way up now to the top 5. Having an excellent run right now, and don't count him out. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Remember, we say here at Talladega Superspeedway, it's everybody on an even playing field. Whether you're a rookie, whether you're a veteran, it all comes down to being in the right place at the right time. And so one of these rookies today, which we see in up front here right now, they're actually the top 3 at the current moment, and they're going to go 3 wide are the top 3 rookies, but they are just as much, they have just as much a chance as a veteran like Dylan Poteet, who's actually coming up now here. He's in 4th place. Don't forget, the last time we were at Talladega Superspeedway, Dylan Poteet won with a little help from his Turner Scott Motorsports teammate, James Silverfox. Right now, though, Luis Hernandez is the current leader, and we are going to be coming around to 13 to go next time by. And, I don't think they're going to get into much trouble. There's only about 15 cars right up here. I think there's actually maybe only 12, now that I look at it. Oh, wait a minute, they're slicing and dicing now, so maybe I spoke too soon. Or are they going to make some pit stops here? They are going to make some pit stops. Sanford, Littlejohn, Dollarton, Canepa, and Chris Washer. They're going to come down pit road here. So apparently they cannot make it the rest of the way on fuel. So that's going to turn the lead over to, I believe, Luis Hernandez. It is. There's Cody Lama still trying to survive out there. He's 14th at the current moment. That gives you an idea, with a hood, just how many cars are still on the racetrack and running. If you're just joining us, we've had 2 big wrecks take place. 3 cautions. The first caution came out for a big wreck when they went 5 wide into turn 1. Took out several drivers, including 1st and 2nd in points, Jacob Lawler and Deanna Shelton. Then we ended up having a solo truck spin by Trent Dunham. That brought out the second caution. Then the third caution was the stalled out Kyle Thomas machine in turn 3. Drivers just piled into him, and we're left with just about 15 drivers left on the racetrack. It's Luis Hernandez, Kyle Matthews, Dylan Poteet, Sean Galligan. They're all going to come down pit road, and I believe this is the second group of drivers that are going to have to make pit stops. So we're going to keep an eye here on the 88, who I believe may be going for a 4-tire stop. This may be the final pit stop of the day. Dylan Poteet went with right sides. Let's see if they go around to lefts. No, just right sides and pack it full of fuel. Poteet is gone. Luis Hernandez coming off pit road now. There comes Danny Wells. Danny actually picked up a few spots there. I think he almost got out ahead of Poteet. So he picked up a few spots on pit road. Fast pit stop for him. There comes Kyle Matthews, right behind Luis Hernandez. Now the car we're going to have to watch for is going to probably be Tanner Sullivan, because remember, he pitted long before all these other drivers did, and he could cycle back around as the leader. Sean Galligan side by side with Kyle Matthews coming off pit road there. Looks like Kyle may be the better man. Give that spot to Galligan. No, he's going to go around Galligan on the high side. Those two not willing to give up a spot on pit road or off pit road. Here comes Hernandez. Now here comes Prudence Littlejohn. Here comes Gene Sanford. Then behind them you got, I believe that might have been Chris Dollarton working with Zachary Robinson and Isaac Canepa. These cars are going to be spread out here for the first few laps, and then they'll all start to bunch up again, and we'll have ourselves some more pack racing. As Hernandez did a good job keeping himself out in front of Littlejohn and Gene Sanford, who were trying to run him down. Now it's going to become a 4-car pack. Sean Galligan will be the next one to try and make it a 5-car pack, as he'll try and catch up here. So right now it's Hernandez, Littlejohn, Matthews, and Gene Sanford. The only veteran in this field, in this group, is Prudence Littlejohn in the 20. And none of these drivers have gone to victory lane yet this season either. As a matter of fact, no one in the top 5 has gone to victory lane yet this season. Actually, let's see. Is there anybody here that actually has gone to victory lane yet this season? No. I think the entire top 10 has not gone to victory lane yet this season. So we are pretty much guaranteed a new winner here today that we haven't had yet so far in Season 7. And this second group all working together here. Galligan, Washer, Danny Wells, Canepa, Poteet, and Dollarton to try to catch up with group number 1, comprised here of Littlejohn, Hernandez, Matthews, and Sanford. 10 to go when they hit the stripe here. Let's give you a running order through the field of who is left And who may be in the hunt for the win here today? Hernandez is the leader. Second, Littlejohn. Third, Kyle Matthews. Gene Sanford in fourth. Sean Galligan is fifth. Sixth, Danny Wells. Seventh is Chris Washer. Eighth place, Isaac Canepa. Dylan Poteet currently scored in ninth, and Chris Dollerton is in 10th. 11th place is Zach Rogers. Zachary Robinson runs in 12th. He appears to be up to speed, but doesn't have anybody to work with. 13th place is Tanner Sullivan, so apparently that cycling around of pit stops did not help him out. 14th place is going to be Zach Campbell. 15th is Cody Lamas, who has not yet fallen off the lead lap, I don't think, but he very well may as they're going to catch up on him. And then 16th and 17th, I believe, are lap down cars. That's Austin LaPlante and Jimmy Blythe. That's it. Out of the 42 cars took the green, 25 have retired from this race. And here we go. They're going to catch up here now to Cody Lamas, who's just trying to salvage what he can out here. And Luis Hernandez ran right up on him. Here comes Littlejohn up on him. And this is going to slow these guys up big time. And here comes the second pack. They've caught him. Hernandez now goes to the inside. Here comes Littlejohn with help. Littlejohn got some help to get to the inside. Well, that help went away quickly. Now Sanford and Matthews move up to help Hernandez. Now here comes Isaac Canepa and Chris Washer to man the low line. One car actually had two tires down on the apron. I think that was Danny Wells in his attempt to get around Cody Lamas. Now he and Chris Dalton have to work together to catch back up, as they did not successfully get around the number 39 without having to lose a little bit of ground. And I believe Littlejohn may have just gotten Hernandez at the line that time. She did indeed. 9 laps to go. Make it 8 to go. My apologies. And Hernandez has got himself a little bit of a drafting partner there on that high side. Gene Sanford, Kyle Matthews, they jumped up there and they haven't left him. And he realizes it, and so it's going to keep him out in front of Littlejohn. And look at this, Danny Wells, Chris Dalton, they caught back up here to this pack. So I believe we got a total of 10 drivers in this lead pack. Right now, all 10 of these drivers pretty much ensured a top 10 finish here at Talladega. Question is, though, which one's going to finish in position number 1? And as I said before, none of these drivers in the top 10 have gone to victory lane yet this season. Several of them, it's been a pretty long winless streak. For some of them, they haven't even had the opportunity to win. They're rookies this season, and they'd love to be able to get it done. Sean Galligan. I think Sean Galligan hasn't been to victory lane since season 5. Poteet probably has been to victory lane the most recent of these drivers, and this was back at the Talladega race number 35 in season 6. Littlejohn hasn't been to victory lane since race number 2 of season 6. That was at Phoenix. I can't even think of when Chris Dollerton was last to victory lane. It might have been Lime Rock of season 5. Danny Wells, when did he last go to victory lane? I think he had a win last year when he drove the 5 machine, but I can't recall where it was. And then I don't think anybody else, like all the others, are rookies. As right now, Prunes Littlejohn leads the way. Here comes Dollerton, Danny Wells, Kyle Matthews, and now Dylan Poteet slides into the 5th position. Well, not for long. Kyle Matthews, make that Chris Washer, rather. Going to try and get underneath him, can't do it. And here comes Dollerton to the point, with drafting help from Kyle Matthews. It's basically going to come down to right place, right time, and what kind of friends you made. Oh, wait a minute, we may have more pit stops here in the closing stages. Yes, indeed, I thought Dollerton might have been making the hand signal. Everybody started to move up. So here comes Dollerton, here comes Danny Wells, Washer, Sanford, and Galligan, all coming down here on lap 33. This is probably the final stop of the day. Let's see if they go with the gas and go. If I were them, that's what I would do. I don't see Danny Wells getting jacked up at all. Just 2 cans of fuel in the back of that machine. Let's watch Chris Dollerton. See what they're going to do on the 83 machine. Will they go with any tires? Right behind him is Chris Washer. Nope, fuel only. Gas and go for all these guys just to top it off and make sure they're going to be good to go to the checkers. Let's jump to Prunes Littlejohn because she and those others may be coming down very soon. Danny Wells again. His team giving him a lightning fast pit stop. And now Prunes Littlejohn comes with Kyle Matthews, Luis Hernandez, Dylan Poteet, and Isaac Canepa. And they got the slower machine. Well, not really slower, but the tail end lead lap car of Zach Campbell to contend with here on pit road. I don't think he's going to cause much of a problem for them, though. So it looks like we're going to have about 4 laps for these drivers to bunch back up and battle it out for the win. Question is, though, will they bunch back up? Zach Rogers, Zachary Robinson, they're coming on to pit road now. And here's another thing, too, that Prince Littlejohn and these guys are going to have to contend with. They got Zach Campbell that's coming out of pit road ahead of them. They're going to have to get around that 24 somehow, unless the 24 is up to speed. So the car we're going to be looking for is going to be Chris Dollerton. Well, actually, no, it probably would be Danny Wells or Sean Galligan. I think they beat Dollerton off of pit road. And look at Poteet. Look at Poteet! He says, we're off pit road. Okay, I'm going to go by for the lead. Look at this! This is a battle for the top position, folks. Coming off pit road. Poteet, though, was not able to keep his foot in the throttle. He probably would have slid right up the track. And here comes Dollerton and Danny Wells. They're going to go by for the top position. This is the battle for the lead between these two. Zach Campbell, though, is going to come up in front of these guys. This could be problems. Next time around, 3 laps to go here at Talladega. Oh, look out. Look out. Dollerton, Campbell, holding him up. He's holding up Danny Wells. He's holding up Zach Campbell, and they're going to try and maybe work with him. I don't know. But guess who that's going to bring along to the party? Prince Littlejohn, Dylan Poteet. They're coming. And who knows, maybe this 24 of Zach Campbell, who appears to be up to speed still, may come into play into who's going to win this race. Here comes the rest of the pack, though. Poteet, Matthews, Littlejohn, Sanford, they're catching up. And we got ourselves a 6-car pack here, or well, a 7-car pack, 6 of them on the lead lap. Next one to catch up would be Chris Washer, and then I think the next one to catch up would be Isaac Canepa. Where did Luis Hernandez go? Where did Sean Galligan go? Here they are, they're working together. They're trying to catch up, but they may be running out of time. They got to hurry. Danny Wells now the leader. Dollerton gets moved up to the high side. Here comes Gene Sanford with help from Kyle Matthews. They're going to go to the inside for second as Danny Wells leads the way. Any lap traffic up ahead for these drivers to have to contend with. Austin LaPlante right now heading into turn 1. These drivers in the middle of the tri-oval. 2 to go. Will they encounter the 48 before this race is over? Danny leads the way. They have now cleared the Zach Campbell machine. So right now it's 7 drivers up here in this lead pack to settle it out for the win. Danny Wells, Gene Sanford, Kyle Matthews, Prince Littlejohn, Dylan Poteet, Chris Washer, and Chris Dollerton. As now Canepa's going to go to the inside of Campbell. He could be in the factor here too, but he's got to hurry up because it's white flag next time by. Luis Hernandez and Sean Galligan, they're trying to work together to be able to catch up, but they may have run out of time. The gap is pretty big between them and this lead pack. Kyle Matthews going to be the leader now coming out of turn number 4. Prince Littlejohn there, Dylan Poteet there. This is going to be good. Look at Canepa. He's now caught up to this lead pack. He could be a factor here too. Coming down here to receive the white flag. Kyle Matthews the current leader, but here comes Prince Littlejohn. Here comes Dylan Poteet to the inside on Littlejohn. That's for second. Drafting help. That's going to come in the form of the Chris Dollerton machine. That's for second. Kyle Matthews the leader though. They got to do something with Kyle Matthews here soon. They may try and get the run on him here into 3. Here comes Chris Dollerton, though. Dollerton trying to get to the inside of Poteet. May not have been able to clear him, though. Will Poteet utilize the 83 to get around the 62? Single file between the top 2. Poteet trying to catch himself up to the back bumper of the Kyle Matthews machine. He's got Chris Dollerton and Isaac Canepa right behind him. Can Poteet make any kind of move? Out of turn 4 for the final time. Looks like Kyle Matthews may have this in hand. Here they come, down to the stripe. Kyle Matthews going to pick up his first career win. He'll come at Talladega, and they just almost caught the Austin LaPlante machine, but Kyle Matthews wins the Fred Super Dollar 250 presented by Coca-Cola here today at Talladega Superspeedway. Comes in 27th in points and actually just picked up a Snickers Cup Series win a couple of weeks ago at the Milwaukee Mile. Quite a momentum streak right now for this guy, and he wins here today at Talladega, but man, oh man, what a great race here. Even though we only had about maybe 7 cars here coming down to the checkers in that lead pack, it was still a really exciting event, and it came down to the wire. Poteet nearly had him. So Kyle Matthews, for the first time in his Oreo Truck Series career, will go to victory lane, and for the second time in his NNSCRA career. And what a tremendous win today for that number 62 South Point Chevy team. Wow, that was a great race. And let's take a look at the top 10. Dylan Poteet going to have to settle for runner-up, but a great run for him. He came in 40th in points, and Poteet really has needed a good run. Talladega seems to have been the place that's going to do it for him. Chris Dollerton came into this race 14th in points. I think we're going to see the Season 3 champion up inside the top 10 in points. No doubt about that. Then you got, oh wait, no, he wasn't season, I'm sorry, he was season 5. My apologies. Okay, so he was the season 5 champion. Isaac Canepa, what a great run for him in 4th place, especially when he had to try and catch up to that lead pack after the pit stops. Danny Wells, kind of an unsung hero here today. 5th place for him, really didn't talk a whole lot about him. He and Gene Sanford, good run for the RCR drivers in 5th and 6th place. Gene actually came in 7th in the points standings. This is a big run for her, and Danny Wells came in 13th in points, so both those drivers are going to be sitting pretty in the standings after today's race. Prudence Littlejohn, 32nd in points, a great run for her in 7th. How about Chris Washer? Came into this race 24th in points. Good run for him. Luis Hernandez comes in this race 34th in points. An excellent run for him. And Sean Galligan finally cracks the top 5 once again. He gets 10th place here today, and Galligan comes into this race 23rd in the current point standings. Let's take a look at the rest of the drivers who actually even finished this race. Zachary Robinson's going to get 11th. Zach Rogers will get 12th. Now, Zach Rogers came in 17th in points, so this could put him a good spot in the points after today. Tanner Sullivan, after he ended up having to pit coming down to the final restart, he'll get 13th place, though. Good run for him. That should keep him inside the top 10 in points, as he came in 8th in the current standings. Zach Campbell came in 5th in points. He finishes a lap down, but he finishes 14th here today. What a great run for him. A great job of surviving and keeping himself in the hunt. Cody Lama, same for him. Came in 4th in points. He'll finish today with 15th place. And then the rest of the drivers actually finished were Jimmy Bly in 16th and Austin LaPlante in 17th place. Everybody else finished out of the race, and I'm trying to look. I cannot figure out. I think maybe, just maybe, Jacob Lawler still may have held on to the points lead because he was 35 points ahead of Deanna Shelton. And Cody Lama, Zach Campbell, they had good top 15 runs, but I think they basically needed to win if they were going to take the points lead away. So I think Jacob Lawler, regardless of his DNF today, is still going to keep the points lead heading into next week's race at Dover. But we still got an exciting race weekend from Talladega coming your way to finish up. We got the Mobile Cup Series race as well as Snickers Cup Series race. Hopefully it's going to be as good as the truck race was here today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Here comes your official finishing results. Overall points, days, and rookie points heading into next week's race at Dover International Speedway. Congratulations to Kyle Matthews on his first career Oreo Truck Series win and the second win of his NSRA career, as you've been watching the production of the NSRA, offline racing at its best.